what it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. It's your boy Dakota Griswold of Gamers, Nerds, and Geeks United. Welcome back to Yesterday Today. This is the show where I bring you some of the biggest gaming news you may have missed from yesterday today. And let's get right into the appetizers. And well, it appears that another original Xbox exclusive that ended up on the Switch as well is now coming to the PlayStation again the next day, just like after Cuphead. Super Lucky's Tale. Remember when I was exclusive on Xbox? Well, that is exclusive on Xbox because new Super Lucky's Tale ended up on the Switch, and now it's ending up on the PS4. New Super Lucky's Tale is an updated version of Super Lucky's Super Lucky's Tale with updated content, some levels, and other things. And yesterday on Playful Studios' Twitter account, they announced that August 21st, new Super Lucky's Tale is now coming to the PS4. Now, I didn't play a lot of this game, but what I did play, I enjoyed. I really enjoy a good 3D platformer. I am a Crash Bandicoot fan. I am somewhat of a Banjo-Kazooie fan. Donkey Kong 64, yeah, I went there. And, of course, Ratchet and Clank. So now this is coming to the PS4, and more people are going to be permitted to enjoy it. And I really hope that people do pick this up on PS4. I hope they picked it up on Switch. I'm actually still planning to pick it up on the Nintendo Switch, physically of course, because that is something that looks pretty good in your library. So now let's move on. Let's talk about another Xbox exclusive, Ori, right? Well, the developers at Moon Studios, they're developing an action RPG game that's published by Private Division, the same people that did the Outer Worlds and Kerbal Space Program. Now, I guess this might be multi-platform. They didn't say anything about it being Xbox exclusive, and Xbox didn't even announce it either. But this is actually in the works. And hey, I like it when indie studios, smaller studios make a certain type of game, and they make one or two type of game, and then they foray into something completely different. So I'm really excited. I love a good action RPG game, and hopefully I'm wishing Moon Studios the best, because Ori, both astounding games, astoundingly beautiful games. I've only played the first one. I do have the second one, but maybe I'll play the second one in transition one day, because I did buy the steel case. It's absolutely gorgeous. I haven't even opened it yet because I covet my steel cases something viciously, something serious here. But I'm really wishing them the best when we get this action RPG, and hopefully, you know, just based off of what they've done with Ori, I can only imagine what they do with a higher budget and just an action RPG, something completely different. Now, moving on to the next piece of the story, and it appears that Konami, yes, Konami, the people who make pachinko machines, they're making PCs for gaming. Yes. They start at, the entry level is $1,760. I don't know what's going on with me. It's early in the morning, but basically the that comes with the NVIDIA GTX card of 1650 graphics card, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabytes of storage. And you step up to the next one, and that's 316,800 yen, which is also $3,017. The 6700, and it's a water-cooled Intel i7 9700 with an NVIDIA RTX 2070 Super and 16 gigabytes of RAM and an extra 1 terabyte of hard drive space. And then lastly, there's this one is 338,800 yen, around $3,227 in the US. They call it the C700 Plus, which has the same specs as the C700, but has a transparent side panel of an RGB lighting. And I'm gonna keep it G with y'all. I'm gonna keep it funky. I don't know what none of that means, okay? I'm not the guy from specs. I'm not the guy, but I do understand that there is some PC gamers that watch this video. My videos, thank you so much for that, because I do try to include y'all in some of these, that, you know, they might understand what these specs mean. So let me know down in the comments below. I'm understanding that this is moderate, like just enough to run stuff, but it's not gonna be like one of those can it run Crysis, how it was back in the day, where it's these super powerhouse systems. But this will just get you by and able to play a lot of PC games. Now, let's move on to the next piece of it all. And well, you know what? This is the meat and potatoes here, okay? Get your steak sauce, get whatever you need, and make sure you eat your vegetables, because there is 37 additional tracks on top of the 18 tracks coming to Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. And there is a long list here, 37, and it's awesome. You got some people like Papa Roach, Machine Gun Kelly, Tyron Briggs, and for some reason, I do not see Logic. Yep, the guy that retired, who's made pretty good albums, pretty awesome music, who's also streaming on Twitch. Why is he not here? I'm fine with it, but not really, because I'm gonna play the crap out of this game when it comes out September 4th. And honestly, it's looking like a really great mess. I don't even know who Chick Norris is, but shout out to them or that one person, because it sounds like it's probably a group. And some other bands and people I don't even really know, because I don't really listen to a lot of different, alternative and ska, some ska here and everything like that. I do know who Papa Roach and Machine Gun Kelly is though. And of course we got some Tribe Called Quest, legendary hip hop group. But I'm actually very excited about this, because they're putting a lot into this. They didn't just put a new coat of paint on there and just slap some of the music that they can acquire on there. And they actually decided, hey, look, this is gonna kind of be a brand new game. We're gonna put some more music in here. 37 fresh tracks across those two games. Yeah, I'm gonna be in there for hours, just going around in the warehouse, going up and down, all across the slopes and grinding. I'm not a skater, so if I fail to really let y'all know about some of the terms I have, forgive me. But now, let's move on. So let's talk about the Marvel Avengers situation, right? That's also, I do believe, coming on September 4th. The beta comes out in August, and we got a chance to look at some more gameplay, and we got some more details. Now, the gameplay looks pretty decent. It's a boss fight with the Hulk against Abomination, and any chance I get to see Hulk versus Abomination, I'm pretty sure it's going to be something awesome that they tear down the house. And the game is actually starting to look pretty interesting. Now, when we first saw it, a lot of us were pretty apprehensive about it, and understandably why, because it's another Destiny-style game, but I think this is awesome for them, an awesome way for them to really put this game out, because, you can keep giving them all the costumes and everything that they're known for in the comics. Like I saw the Planet Hulk on the Hulk, and I actually like this idea, but I just can't wait to see more about it, because in the beta you get to play a couple missions, some single player, some co-op. You get to play as a couple people, Captain America, Black Widow, Captain Marvel, and even the Hulk. But then also, at post-launch, the first free post-launch hero, you get Hawkeye, and he comes with his own missions and everything like that. So I really like this idea of being able to switch characters. So I think it's a different take on it, because Destiny, you got your one Guardian and you can switch up, but of course you can go back and you can go pick up your one Guardian. But I think in this one you get to basically switch each character per mission, and I think this is awesome. And you can just go along. Everybody has their own upgrade tree and their story trees and stuff like that. I like this idea. It sounds very good on paper, but will it play well once it launches on September 4th? I'm excited. This alongside Tony Hawk, I'm not gonna make any decisions. I'll probably just get both, but I'm really curious. You know what? Put it this way. This is the type of game where servers might be down or it might be a little rough at launch. So if I can get a physical edition, steel case, you know how I get down, I will get it. I won't get the version with Captain America, of course, but I will get the steel case edition. And basically, maybe wait to play it, maybe for a few days for people to say, yup, the servers are good, everything works pretty well. Or because I remember when Destiny 2 launched, there was, of course, service happening, because at midnight, everybody wanted to play it. Millions of people were trying to jump right into it. So, of course, there's going to be some issues. But that's what beta tests and everything are for. And I feel like that maybe Marvel's Avengers should have had more than one beta test, so you can really test out the servers and test out to see how much traffic is coming to your game. Now, let's move on. Yakuza director, yes, a guy who's actually Japanese. Toshihiro Nagoshi, Sega's executive director of the Yakuza games, he actually praised Ghost of Tsushima. Yes. He basically said, to be honest, we in Japan, we're beaten. Yeah, of course we're losing. Honestly, I think that's a game that we should have made in Japan. You can tell that the developers did a massive amount of research. I'm just saying, game is fly. Game is awesome. Like I said a couple days ago, when people from Japan are talking about a game that's based in Japan, made by people who aren't Japanese, and they say, yo, y'all did good, that means they did good. Legit, people who you're taking from their culture and you're appreciating it. And me as a gamer, I'm appreciating, but I'm not Japanese. So to hear somebody who's actually Japanese praise this game that wasn't made by Japanese developers says a lot. This is one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. This is one of the most fun games I've ever played. I purposely have had to put a timer because I've been neglecting just chores and stuff like that because I lose so much time. And honestly, if you know me, I'm not a huge fan of a lot of open world games, but this game itself is fun. It's fun. Say if you want to just ride across the countryside to your next mission or whatever your location is, you get some seriously beautiful sights. It doesn't matter the weather, whether it's raining, whether it's extremely windy, and really, I just want to know if in feudal Japan back in the day, if it was always just this windy. Because it just looks like a beautiful fall all year round and through the game, at least through the beginning of the game. I don't know what it looks like through the second half of the game, because I do understand that there's more to unlock. But I'm really enjoying the game, and just shout out to Sucker Punch what they're doing. I definitely appreciate them. I absolutely love this game. And shout out to, Sega director Toshihiro Nagoshi, and he definitely is praising it. He's not the first to praise it. So it's really good to hear more about this. And speaking of some ninja type games, Sekiro Shadow Dies Twice. In October 29th to be specific, they are getting an update. A year later to Sekiro. And well, they're getting the Reflection of Strength. And here it's the rematch previously defeated in single and consecutive battles. Extraordinary foes that once stood in the way of victory can be fought again and again to your heart's content. Basically a boss rush mode. That's dope. I still want to play this game, even though I'm probably not going to get far. But I still want to play this game because I tried it on the channel and I suck at it. But, as I always say, I love video games. I never said I was good at them. And then you can also change form. Change the wolf's outward appearance. There are 3 new forms to choose from to suit your mood, including Old Ashina Shinobi and Tengu. New forms are unlocked by meeting certain endgame conditions. This is an awesome update. Then you have Remnants mode. Send a recording of your actions to the worlds of other shinobi. Remnant recordings can be up to 30 seconds long and may also be affixed with a message. Share strategies and hints via network to broaden the scope of play. This update is completely free of charge. Wow. Shout out to Bandai Namco for this one. This is actually awesome, and I do think like the Remnants style, I think that's actually in the Dark Souls games. I've only played Dark Souls briefly, but I do remember seeing like a ghost-like character of another player walking, and I just follow the steps, and you would see a bit of a message on the ground. So that's what they're doing to carry over. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, definitely a game of the year, and definitely a great game, and they're updating it, and maybe I will be compelled to try it again. Maybe. I'm not expecting to get far, but it's too awesome looking of a game to really ignore. And if y'all played Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, let me know if y'all are excited about this update, if you want to go back in, if you finished it and jump back in to really explore this update on October 29th. But lads and ladettes, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and hit the like button. It really helps out. Go ahead and hit the dislike if you didn't like it. It's all good. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and scroll up to all so you know when your boy is posting. Thank you so much for watching. And this video is finito.